visible screen, audio and video both are okay, let me know. Good evening, sir. Everything is okay. So let's start. Video is also okay. Video is good. So let's start. So today this is the first class of your revision batch in which we are going to practice the number of questions, the case study, your revision class, your MCQ practice, everything we are going to do in this particular batch. So how we are going to do that? First of all, we are going to cover your questions in the form of MCQ. We are discussing the concept. And the second, no video is there. Is everyone having a video issue? Is everyone having a video issue? Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Just wait for 1 minute. Let's start. So I will be repeating again. This is your first class for revision for IFS. And what we are going to do in this particular batch, first of all, we are going to practice number of questions here, the topic wise questions, and as well as we are going to have the full length test also with the explanation, because revision is also there. We are going to revise the concept. We are going to practice the questions. So this is going to help you overall. First, this session will help you to know that what kind of question will be asked. That's why we will be practicing the questions here. Second, the detail of the question following is correct about SLR. Or let's say they are asking what SLR represents to, and the full form of SLR have been given there. So this is a one-liner type question. The second type of question can be there, match the following. In the match the following question, the two variables have been given to you, both the sides, and you have to match the variables, which means correct to each other. Then the third pattern of question will be fill in the blanks. So fill in the blanks questions will be seen in the form of paragraphs. In the form of what? In the form of paragraphs, you can find the fill in the blanks question. Like in paragraph 4 to 5. 4 to 5 fill-ups have been given to you, and accordingly you have to answer in that particular question. And the fourth pattern will be your statement-based question. A statement-based question can be in the form, let's say they have given you which of the following are incorrect about the SLR, or they were asking which of the following are correct about IPO, initial public offering. So these kind of question can be seen in front of you in form of a statement-based question, and you have to find out 4 to 5 statements are there. Out of those 4 to 5 statements, which statement is correct, that you have to answer. Now, the fifth portion or fifth type of question we have, that is case study question. We have what? We have case study question. They will create a certain case. Accordingly, they will be asking the question on that. Okay? Clear? So this is how we have to cover the question. So all the pattern of question can be seen in the classes as well for all of you. Now, one more thing I want to add here. Our regular classes will be from 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Today we have started at 9:45. But from tomorrow onwards, we will be having the class timing 9:30 to 10:30. And why we have started late today? The reason behind that is this book. So I hope you all have joined the launch session of this particular book. So we had this a very successful launch session of this AFM book that Priyanshu ma'am have launched. So this book is available on the website. You can go and check the 24/7 application, and it will be covering everything that you need for AFM paper. So that's why today we have postponed a session little bit. So that's why we are starting in 9:45, but tomorrow we will be having the session at 9:30. Okay. So let's start with the first question. Everyone have to be active in the session. Hana? Everyone have to be very active in the session. Plus, you have to answer the question. Doesn't matter answer is right or wrong, whatever you are giving, but whatever you think, according to your explanation, your knowledge, you have to give the answer. And we will discuss the simply your explanation of the question also. Okay, let's start. So first question is talking about filling the blanks in the relation to the topic extend to TLTRO. So first of all, let me know which of the following is the, what is the full form of TLTRO? First, let me know what is the full form of TLTRO. Okay, and then options are here. Out of that, fill in the blanks have been given. You have 3 fill-ups here. Out of these 3 fill-ups, you have to find out which of the following option is correct. So the TLTRO stands for what? It is targeted long-term repo operation. This is the paragraph, this is the option. Read it once and let me know the answer. Till then, I will let you know what actually this TLTRO means. So it is a targeted long-term repo operation. You all know that RBI's monetary policy have indirect instrument that named as a repo rate. So RBI gives loan to scheduled commercial bank. RBI give loan to whom? RBI give loan to scheduled commercial bank for a short-term period. And the short-term period means less than 3 months. Okay, so RBI gives loan to the scheduled commercial bank for less than 3 months at the rate that is known as repo rate. The rate is known as what? The rate is known as the repo rate. Okay. Now, if I talk about the repo rate, that's for short-term period. But at the time of COVID, RBI have seen that corporate bonds and etc. have been seen there, that the people were taking their investment back from the corporate bonds, and corporate bonds actually needed money at that time to raise their business or to stay active in the market. And that's why RBI have introduced the long-term repo operation for 1 year duration and for 3 years duration. So generally, repo rate used to be for short-term period less than 3 months, but the long-term repo operation are introduced by RBI for 1 and 3 year at the time of COVID, after seeing the requirement of the liquidity in the certain market. So what happens now in the LTRO, RBI will issue the repos, long-term repos with the auction, and that will be purchased by the banks. So banks will participate in the long-term repo operations, in the auction of repo operation, and will take money from RBI. That money will be invested by banks in the corporate bonds. And not only in corporate bonds, whatever sector RBI thinks needs the capital, needs the liquidity, in that particular sector, the bank have to invest their money. Clear? So that's what we are doing under the long-term repo operation. RBI will do the auction. Banks will participate in the auction. Bank will raise capital from the long-term repo operation. That money will be invested in the market. That is required money as per RBI for the liquidity purposes. So this is what the LTRO, okay, and the duration will be 1 year and 3 years. Now, I got the answer in option number D, option number A. What about rest? D and A, 2 options I have got. So first is saying, as part of TLTRO implementation, RBI conducted auction of target term repos up to the 3 years tenure of appropriate sizes for a total amount of dash rupee. And this total amount of dash rupee that RBI said that we have to raise capital from the market, that was 1 lakh crores. It was what? 1 lakh crore. So if it is 1 lakh crore, it means C and D option will not be correct. Okay, now that's the elimination method. Like whenever you find out that this definitely cannot be true, do make sure you mark that option wrong, because this is the elimination method that is help you to find out the right answer without, or not without, but a less confusion. Now, so at a floating rate linked to the policy repo rate, 4 tranches of TLTRO were auctioned by RBI, each with an auction amount of dash 25,000 crores. So the first time RBI issued 25,000 crore auction, and in case of TLTRO 2.0, RBI issued 50,000 crores auction. RBI did 50,000 crores auction. Okay, so right answer here will be your A option. 1 lakh, 25,000 and 50,000. So this is how you have to answer. I hope TLTRO is clear to all of you. Why RBI introduced that, it is clear. And when RBI issued and how much amount of RBI issued, that is also clear. So right answer will be A option. Second question. So this was the fill in the blanks pattern of question. Now, read the following statement clearly and choose the correct option in relation to the red hiring prospectus. Now, this is a statement-based question. This is a what? This is a statement-based question in which you have to tell which statement is right, and which statement is correct. So the statement one talks about that red hiring prospectus is a prospectus which has a specific details of the number of shares being offered. Second is saying statement two, under red hiring prospectus, an issuer can state the issue size and the number of shares is determined later. And you have these options, which statement is true, which is false, that you have to answer. Let me know which of the following is correct. Till then, I will let you know what actually the red hiring prospectus is. So let's start with the prospectus. Prospectus actually means what? It means your kind of a menu. Whenever we go to the restaurant, what we do, we order the food, but before that, we check the menu of the restaurant and we check what is the price of the dish and what type of dishes are available there. Accordingly, we take the decision what dish we want to have today. And similarly, the prospectus work for the capital market. It means it's also a kind of a document. It will cover everything related to the business, everything related to the company which is issuing share. You can check the business operations of the company, financial statements of the company. You can check the risk occurs in the company. You can check where the fund raised by the company will be utilized. Everything can be cross-checked. After seeing these details of the company, you can take your investment decision, like whether you should invest in this particular company or not. So you can take the decision accordingly about what? About your investment. Okay, that's the red hiring prospectus. But if I talk about what actually it differs from the other prospectus is that in the red hiring prospectus, a certain thing will not be specified. Either the price of the share or issue size of the share or the amount of the share. Maybe any one of these cannot be defined or will not be defined under the red hiring prospectus. So statement one is saying it is a prospectus which has a specific details of the number of shares being offered. No, it will not. The number of share, the size issue, the amount or the price, any one of them will not be defined there. If one have been defined, the another one will define later. So first is incorrect. Second is saying red hiring prospectus and issuer can state the issue size and the number of shares determined later. So you have informed one thing, but the next thing you are informing later. So that's true. So statement one is false, but the statement two is true. That is the B option. Okay, that is the B option. Clear? Let me know. I hope red hiring prospectus is clear. So do remember the concept as well, because it's not mandatory the same question can be seen there, but yes, the concept, if you focus on the concept now, so whatever type of question and in whatever sense the question will be asking in the paper, you will be able to answer. The right answer will be B. Next, what does BRLM stand for? This is a one-liner pattern question. Hana, full form of BRLM you have to answer. So there are a lot of abbreviations are there. Hana, in your syllabus, lot of abbreviations are there. And if I talk about the abbreviations, the lot of abbreviations are there. And if I talk about the abbreviation, do make sure whenever you are studying, you are studying chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, whatever you are studying. And whatever abbreviation you find there, do make sure you write that down. Hana, do make sure you write that down in your keep note. Everybody have keep notes in their phone now. You have a keep notes in your phone. So do make sure in the keep note you will be writing down or you will be saving all the abbreviation. Because once in a while, do revise these abbreviations so that you will not get confused when these kind of simple question will be asked. It's an English medium batch, ma'am. For bilingual, you have to join class at 8:30 to 9:30. Okay. So the right answer will be A. Maximum are going with the A option, and this is true. Book running lead manager. This is the true option. A option is correct. So what is book running lead manager is actually banks, the companies have their merchant bankers, and the merchant bankers help to issue the security in the market for the public. That's what the work of the merchant bankers. So they do the pre-filling of the form and everything. They will be done by, for pre-issuing filling, that will be done by the merchant banker of the company, which is taking commission from the company, obviously. So that is the BRLM, the book running lead manager. That's the first statement, or the first option is correct. Now, next question is talking about which among the following is included in the motor insurance policy. So this is about the insurance sector. Also, in the same question, let me know who regulates the insurance. Hana? If we talk about the motor insurance policy, the motor insurance policy is a part of insurance company. So who regulates the insurance sector, and on the recommendation of which particular committee we have introduced that, let me know. So these are the option. Out of that, you have to tell which of the following will be included in the motor insurance policy. First is fire, explosion, self-ignition, lightning, burglary, house breaking, theft, riots under influence of intoxicating liquor or drug, accident taking place beyond geographical limit while vehicle is used for unlawful purposes. Which of the following you think is are included in the motor insurance policy? So right answer is okay, DC. So who regulates it? ADA regulates it. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Very good. On the recommendation of which committee? The committee name is Malhotra Committee. The committee name is Malhotra Committee. R.N. Malhotra Committee actually recommended to start the or to launch or to formulate the ADA. Okay, and the right answer is your not D. How you can say fifth one is correct? No. Fire, explosion, etc. is color correct. Hana. So theft and also is correct. Riots are also correct. But if you are under the influence of intoxicating liquor and drugs, will it be covered? Obviously not. Then if accident taking place beyond the geographical limit, obviously not covered. Third, the sixth option, while vehicle is used for unlawful purposes, it will not be covered. So first, second and third, these are the conditions that will be included in your motor insurance policy. So the right answer will be your B option. Hana, right answer will be your B option. So right answer is B. Okay, next question. Next question is talking about among the below given, which of the following is correctly matched on the basis of the investment in plants and machinery or equipments in different types of MSMEs. So we have micro enterprises, small enterprises, medium enterprises. So we have a different definitions of MSMEs. And the one criteria of defining the definition is investment in plants, machinery, and equipment. Okay. So accordingly, which of the following definition correctly match, that you have to answer. Do read the option. First is saying here that in case of your micro investment in plant and machinery or equipment not more than 5 crore. Second, in a small investment in plant, machinery or equipment not more than 10 crore. Medium is saying investment in plant, machinery or equipment not more than 100 crore. And D is saying all of the above are correctly matched. So what do you think which of the following is or are correctly matched? But this class shown in bilingual batch? No, not possible. This is an English medium batch. This is an English medium batch. If you have a Mahapack, na, Sheetal ma'am, in Mahapack, both bilingual and English medium will be shown to you. Hana, maybe you have a Mahapack. In the Mahapack, both the revision classes will be available. So bilingual we had from 8:30. Is it visible in bilingual? No, it is not available in Sankalp batch. It is available in your Mahapack. Hana, it is available in your Mahapack. Acha, let's continue. No issue. Let's continue here. And I will check what is the issue. Maybe the class have been aligned wrong. But I will check that. Hana, bilingual, we had 8:45. We have started at actually at 9 p.m. We have started your bilingual, and at 9:45 we have started English medium. I will check what is the issue, and accordingly I will make sure the recording will be uploaded in your account. Okay, so don't worry about it. Let's continue right now here. So what is the answer of this question? The answer of this question will be B. A small investment in plant and machinery or equipment not more than 10 crore will be there. Okay, not more than 10 crore will be there. So do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. I will check it about after the class, because in my account it is showing English medium. That's why I am taking the English medium class. So don't worry about it. I will check and will make it correct by tomorrow morning. Okay. So let's continue. So right answer will be B. Achha, apart from that, if we talk about MSME, they got their new definition, and in the new definition, there is no difference between manufacturing units and services unit. So earlier, what used to happen? Earlier we used to have different definition for manufacturing units and the service units, but now their definition have been became same. The single definition will be there for manufacturing as well as for the services. Apart from that, if I talk about the condition or the criteria on which we are defining the MSME, we have two criteria. The first criteria we have is this one: investment in plants and machinery or equipment. The second criteria is on the basis of what? On the basis of what we decide the second criteria, the definition of MSME. The first criteria is on the basis of investment in plants and machinery equipment. On basis of what? Very good. On the basis of turnover, you decide the definition of MSME. Okay, so do remember that also. Chalo, the right answer will be B option. Next question we have. Which of the following statement are correct about FTP 2015-20? So first, let me know what does FTP stands for. What does FTP stands for? What does FTP stand for? It is a foreign trade policy. Last question I will explain again to all of you. First, let's complete this question, then we will move forward to the next question. So the first statement is saying the FTP 2015-20 include two new schemes. The first one is merchandise export from India scheme that help you for exporting defined products designated destination. Second scheme is services export from India scheme for promoting export of designated services. This is the first statement. Second is talking about that the service served from India scheme has been replaced with the service export from India scheme. Third one is saying SEIS, that is the service export from India scheme, was applied to Indian service provided instead of service providers located in India, regardless of the constitution or the profit of the service provider. Select the correct answer. So which of the following statement is correct about foreign trade policy 2015-20? File transfer protocol is not correct full form here. It is the foreign trade policy. Do check na, year is also written here. So if the year is mentioned, it means it's not a protocol. It's a foreign trade policy. So let me know which of the following is correct. Which of the following statement is correct? Let me know. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and you guys are saying all the statements are correct. No, all the statements are not correct. If I talk about the first statement, that is true that we have introduced two schemes. One for your, what happened? One is for your merchandise export, second is for your service export. So first is correct. Second is also correct, that the served from India scheme has been replaced with the services export from India scheme. But the third one is not correct, because in the scheme it has said that it will apply to service provider. Doesn't matter they are Indian or not, but if they are located in India, they will be covered. So it is the opposite statement that has been written here. So third is not correct, first and second correct. So that's why the right answer will be A. Hana, apart from that, as we talk about that services export from India scheme was introduced by replacing the served from India scheme. Similarly, if we talk about merchandise exports scheme, the 5 schemes have been merged together, and then this merchandise export from India scheme was launched. Okay, so do remember this also, that the 5 scheme have been merged, then the merchandise export scheme was introduced, and the right answer will be A. And it is about foreign trade policy. Next, in which economy a producer is free to set up any type of firm and produce goods and services of his choice. Acha, we have to discuss this question. One second. We have to discuss this question you were asking about. Okay, so the question is asking, like, we know that MSME have their own definition. So the definition of MSME will be given on the basis of 2 criteria. The first criteria is how much investment can be done in the plant, machinery or equipment. And the second criteria is on the basis of the turnover of the enterprises. So earlier the definition of definition of manufacturing and services enterprises used to be different, but from new definition they both will have a same definition. For small it will be different, for medium it will be different, for micro it will be different. If I talk about micro enterprises talks about your investment. That investment will be up to or not exceeding 1 crore. Hana, not exceeding 1 crore. This is for the investment. And the second, if we talk about the second criteria, that's your turnover. And turnover should not exceed your 5 crore. This is for micro. If I talk about a small, in case of a small, if you talk about the investment, and if you talk about the investment will be your right, that is not exceeding 10 crore. Not exceeds 10 crores. If I talk about your turnover, it should not exceed your 50 crores. Okay, this is for the small, 10 and 50. If I talk about medium, the investment which should not exceed your 50 crores and your turnover should not exceed your 250 crores. So this is the definition, new definition given by Government of India for your micro, small and medium enterprises. Hana, 1, 5, 10, 50, 50, 250. So do remember in this sequence. Clear who was asking about this question? So these are the definitions. Hana, whatever amount I am writing here, this is the definition that have been given by government. Okay. Chalo, let's continue. So right answer is B. Okay. Next question we have, that which economy have this freedom? You have to tell. Mixed economy, laissez-faire economy, centrally planned economy, none of the above. It is none of the above. Let me know. So the economy where there is a freedom, you can decide. You are free. Producers are free to decide what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. They are free to decide that. So what kind of economy is it? How it's a mixed economy? It will be a laissez-faire, na? Laissez-faire economy is a freedom where you have given. You can call it a market economy. You can call it a capitalistic economy. So right answer will be your B option, the laissez-faire, the capitalistic, the market economy, where there is a freedom. The producer, the buyers can decide by their own choices on the basis of their market forces, on the basis of the demand and supply. They can decide what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So right answer will be B. Okay. Next. Consider the following statement about marginal standing facility, that is MSF, the indirect instrument of RBI's monetary policy. Choose the correct statement about MSF. So you have to find out the right statement about MSF. First is saying in this the banks can borrow cash from RBI against the approved government security. Second, we are saying this option is preferred during emergency and critical situation also. Only, sorry, not also, only. Third is saying MSF rate is always lower than the repo rate as banks need the funds instantly. And options you have A, B, C, and D. Let me know which of the following is correct. The correct statement about marginal standing facility. So what is MSF actually? MSF is a rate in which RBI gives loan to scheduled commercial bank for overnight period. Overnight means 24 hours, not more than that. And up to 2% of annual loan can be taken, and this loan will be available from 15th to last day of a month, not from 1 to 14th of the month. So which of the following is correct? Call money is a different thing. Under the call money, banks are giving loan to each other. Okay, Ranjan sir, under the call money, banks are giving loan to each other. That's a call money. In MSF, RBI is giving loan to commercial bank. They both are different. The duration are same overnight, but they both are different. So right answer is first is correct, that the RBI banks can borrow from RBI. The second is also correct. In case of emergency or critical situation, RBI will provide this loan, but not the third one. MSF will be higher than the repo rate. MSF will be higher than the repo rate. So the first and second is only correct here, not the third one. Because MSF is your 6.25, repo rate will be your 3.25. Okay, so the MSF will be higher than your repo rate. So the right answer will be A, first and second is correct. Okay, next. The Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act provides the responsibility of the central government to ensure intergenerational equity in fiscal management and long-term macroeconomic stability by removing the fiscal impediments. When was FRBM Act signed? So what is FRBM? Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. The detail what FRBM is, I have defined in the option in the question. So you can understand about FRBM by reading this question also. So now these are the year. You have to answer that in which year the FRBM Act was signed. Okay. So 2005 and D, that is 2003, two options are coming. So first of all, FRBM Act was introduced to simply control the fiscal deficit and revenue deficit of the government. So what used to happen, government used to take a lot of loan because there always been a mismatch in revenue and expenditures of the government. So to overcome that mismatch, government used to take loan from the foreign sources or from the RBI or from the market. So there used to be a lot of burden on the government that you have to return the loan, plus you have to return the interest rate that will be charged on the loan. So this kind of issue used to be there. So that's why it has said that we have to control somehow this borrowing capacity of the government, and that's why FRBM was introduced. The 3 years are very important regarding this act. The first year is 2000 year. 2000 year is the year in which first FRBM Act was introduced. The first act in which the first year when the FRBM was introduced. Not the act, but the FRBM was introduced by Mr. Yashwant Sinha. In 2003, actually, we have passed this act. Okay, in 2000, you presented the bill. 2003, we have passed the bill. And in 2004, we have done what? This act became effective. Okay, so in 2003, act was passed and this act became effective from 2004. So do remember all the 3 years. First, we have introduced the bill. Second, we have passed the bill, so act have been became. And the third, we have made the act effective. So question is asking when the act was signed, it is 2003. So right answer will be 2003. That is the D option. Okay. Next question. So right answer is D. Consider the following statement about SDR and choose the correct statement. So you know about SDR, a special drawing, right? It's the unit account of IMF and other international organization. So you have to tell which of the following statements are correct. First is saying SDR also known as a paper gold. SDR are the fiat money of the International Monetary Fund. Then SDR were created by IMF in 1969. Out of these three statements, which statement is true that you have to tell? Which statement is true? Also, let me know, as we know, SDR is also known as what? Basket of currency. SDR is also known as what? Basket of currency. Hana, it is a basket of currency. So, how many currencies are there? And also, which currency have been added latest? And the answer you guys are saying B and D. Two options are coming. Okay, so first is gold. It is known as paper gold. Second is not right, because fiat money means what? Fiat money is the money to which government of India or the government of any country is providing a legal tender. So we know the central bank have the authority to issue the currency to and above notes, but the legal tender to a currency will be given by the government. If you remember, in 2016, the government of India said that the 500 and 1000 rupee note will not be used as a medium of exchange, because government is withdrawing the legal tender of these two currency. It means if you do not have a legal tender on a currency, it means very simple that you are not what we can say, you are not allowed, or I can say you are not using that, you are not allowed to use that currency as a medium of exchange, because that's not other now available as a medium of exchange. So this is not right. SDI were created by IMF in 1969. This is true. It was created as a supplementary international reserve. Because the Bretton Woods conference was failed, or Bretton Woods conference was collapsed. So the supplementary international reserve was introduced in the form of SDR. So right answer is first and third. It means C option. The right answer will be your C option. Now it has a 5 currency, and the latest currency that have been added is Rand Minbi. Okay, and this was added in October 2016. 1st October 2016, the latest currency were added, and the SDR have to be reviewed every 5 years. In every 5 years, SDR will be reviewed to check that any other currency is eligible now to become the part of SDR, or if the currency which are already in the basket of currency, maybe they are not any more eligible to stay in the SDR. Because on the basis of export criterion, on the basis of your freely usable criteria, we decide that the currency will become a part of SDR or not. So every 5 years, you have to do what? You have to review the SDR. Okay, so here the right answer will be C option. Now, this is the next question that you guys have to answer in the next class. I'm not going to tell you the answer of this question. I will be asking the answer of this question to you in the starting of the tomorrow's class. So the question is, which of the following will further do the financial inclusion in the country? Is it PSL? Is it open market operation? Is it P2P lending? Is it direct benefit transfer of subsidies? So you have to find out the correct code that is going to help you to do the financial inclusion any further. Clear? Chalo. So this is our session of today. Now, before ending the session, want to tell you one thing, that first of all, those candidates who are watching us on YouTube, if you are new to the channel of Officers at 24/7, and if you want to join the batch, because this is the only demo class that will be available on YouTube. From tomorrow, there will be no demo class on YouTube, and the timing of your class will be 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. from tomorrow onwards. Okay, this is the timing, 9:30 to 10:30 for English medium. For English medium. For bilingual, the timing will be 8:30 to 9:30. This is your bilingual. Okay, do make sure you do that. Do remember the timing. So if you want to enroll in the revision batch, just go to the application, download the application, just click on the JIB CIB section here, go to the JIB October 2023, everything is available. So this is the English medium revision batch. Click here, do read the details. Click on the buy now option. The code you have to use is PREP77. When you use this code, you will get here 77% discount. If you want 1% additional discount, you can enroll by using application and use the coins there that will be available for you. And on this amount, you will get 1% additional discount. Okay. Now, next thing is, apart from that, one more thing is available. If you want to enroll in a book, as you have seen, AFM book have been launched today, and the IEIFS book is already available. So the code you have to use is PREP17. How to enroll? The process is same. Just click on the book, do read all the details, click on the buy now option, enter the code PREP17. You will get here 17% discount. For 1% additional discount, again purchase the book from the application. You will get 1% additional discount there. Okay, so this is how you can enroll in the book. And if you're finding any kind of difficulty at the time of ordering book or something, you can call on this number and ask your query there. They will be asking you, they will be helping you out in this. Renminbi belongs to China Rupam, ma'am. The Renminbi is the currency of China. Now, don't get confused that the China's currency is yuan and you are talking about renminbi. Now, what happens now? In India, we use our currency and we simply say rupee. In India, we do not say to the shopkeeper, just give me 1 pen of 10 Indian rupee. We just use rupee. But as international market, Indian rupee will be denoted as INR, Indian rupee, because the other countries also have a rupee. So in international market, we denote our country currency as a INR, Indian rupee. Similarly, at the local level, the currency of China is yuan, but at the international level, when you are trading in the currency, it will be represented as a renminbi. So renminbi is from China. Okay. Revision bilingual Prabhakar sir, 8:30 to 9:30. I have just told you. Mahapack bilingual session is there, bilingual batch is there in Mahapack. I have taken class today from 9 to 9:45 in the bilingual class. Okay, Singh sir, but rest I will cross check it. See, if you guys are facing, you are not able to watch the batch in your pack now if you have a Mahapack. If you have Mahapack only, then revision batch will be available in your account. But if you are from a Sankal batch, then you have to buy it individually. So if you are from the Mahapack, then do check both the batches are available. Like for English medium will be available. For bilingual, you have available it. If you do not have, do write a mail today only to the support ID so that they will add your account. They will add the batch in your account before tomorrow's class. Sarita ma'am, revision bilingual timing is 8:30 to 9:30. अभी बोला ना मैंने. Deepak sir, that you have to do, you have to watch the recording. You have to watch the recording. You do not have any other time available. So one class you have to watch recording because recording will be available after 1.5 hours of your live class. Singh sir, we have done a bilingual class. आज हमारा हुआ है 9:45 पे. Sorry, not 9:45, at 9. 9 to 9:45 as bilingual हुआ है. So do make sure if you're not finding batch in your account, you write to the support ID. They will add in your account. So let's end the session here. See you all tomorrow for English medium session at 9:30 p.m. and for bilingual at 8:30 p.m. Make sure you join these classes. These are the reason, and we are going to revise the concept in the form of MCQ with a detailed explanation. Okay, so let's end the session here. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.